Hello, scholars. Welcome to business writing. This is our 5th class for the advanced series. We're really excited that we've made it over the halfway mark. So really excited about Miss C's class tonight and all that she has to share with you. Business writing is such an important part of building your business. So really hope that you'll take advantage of this learning opportunity, be engaged. As we say, we're going to, we started strong, we're going to finish stronger. So, ask questions, really glean from her wisdom and expertise. All right, so I am going to share the pre-test in the chat box, and we're going to jump into that. Please go ahead and log in. I'm going to share my screen. And remember, in the pre-test, there is no winner. All right, I see some of you guys in there already. There we go. 4 players in there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So we're missing 2 scholars. Kim Mentimeter. Let me put the link in the chat. I don't know, Savon, if you stepped out prior to, let me put in the link in the chat. So let me put it in there again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm good. I have the link. You're good. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. You're welcome. All right, all 6 of you are in there. Let's start our first question. What is the primary purpose of instructional writing? To convince the reader to take action, to provide step-by-step guide, to deliver factual information, to facilitate a transaction. All right, thank you. Which type of business writing would be best for creating a company annual report? Persuasive, informational, instructional, or transactional? Thank you. If you wanted to convince someone to join a new environmental club at school, which writing style would you choose? Instructional, informational, persuasive, transactional? And at those, I am dropping the link in the chat box for you in case you wanted to participate. Which type of writing is primarily used in creating contracts and formal agreements? Instructional, informational, persuasive, transactional? Okay. Thank you. We are moving on to our last question on our pre-test. Choose the correct example that matches persuasive writing. A list of steps on how to use a new software, and an advertisement encouraging students to buy yearbooks, a memo outlining the new company parking policy, an email confirming an order placed online. All right. Well, thank you all very much for participating in the pre-test, and I will turn it over to Ms. C for business writing.
Good evening, everyone. It was good to see you guys again. And for the ones that asked about the emails in the last class, I did send them to you guys, your assessments, the results for that. So I did do that for you guys. And today we're going to do the business writing. Let me share my screen and you guys let me know if you see it. Everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Trying to get mine there. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to identify the nature and purpose of a discourse. And I know some of you guys might not know what discourse is, but we are going to review that also. We're going to tell the difference between the two types of discourses, and we're going to identify and tell the difference between the types of literary discourses for you guys in business writing today. And if you guys have questions, always feel free to come off mute and ask questions or put it in the chat. And if I don't see in the chat, go ahead and come off of mute too, please. So text as a connected discourse. So a written text that has a specific purpose and is organized according to the purpose of the discourse basically discourse is a fancy word for dialogue or discussion. So give an example is if you're debating the value of a chicken wings versus a barbecue chicken with a friend. You're still having a friendly engagement, a friendly discussion with somebody. Discourse is not just for language. As we think, just like we have nonverbal communication, we use language to communicate with each other in a lot of different social situations. So it's a way we share our thoughts. It's the way we build our ideas and especially build relationships. So since there's so many different types of ways that we can communicate and talk and also influence each other. So we create meaning to the world and the world around us and in our environment. So think of discourse, again, the fancy word for discussion or dialogue. So think about how you tailor your language in all the social contexts that we use today. So what I would like you to do right now is you guys to write a quote or a motivational statement, something that pertains to you. So I want you guys to do an I am statement.
Rewrite it in the chat.
You can write in the chat. You write in the chat, but you guys can also come off of mute after you're done. You can put your hand up if you want to share. I want you guys to do an I am statement. Go ahead, Nina.
Okay. I am elevating in all ways.
Very good. Very good. I like to start things off with positive mindsets as opposed to what we had the last session I had with you guys. All right, who has another one? We're not able to see the chat right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see Athos.
Okay.
Yep, I see it now. It says, I'm improving myself every day in whatever amount possible. Very, very good. And Shania, I see I am sweet, funny, and always be myself. That's very important. Always being yourself. Go ahead, Savan.
I put I'm uniquely me and will be nothing but that.
Very true. Very true. There's only one of you, so we got to take it and go with it and always improve and develop. All right. Thank you, everyone. Love your I statements. And I'll do one. I am teaching a great, geez, I just lost it real quick. I'm teaching great scholars, and it is a pleasure to teach you today. So, all right. So we're going to jump right into it. So we have business versus writing. What's the difference? Do any guys know the difference? Would you like to come off mute and say, or put in the chat? Oh, and Samantha, I see yours too. I like it. I will focus on what I am in control of. Very good. Very good. Thank you for putting that in there, Samantha.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sure. Do any of you know the difference between business versus writing? What's the difference between the two? Does anybody know or like to give it a shot? Business writing versus just writing?
Can I try?
You go ahead, sure.
Writing is about like putting yourself out there, like exposing your feelings or emotions or like thoughts like in a material way. And business is more about like getting things from outer like the world to yourself. Like one is about putting yourself out there and the other is about like getting what's out there to you.
That's a good definition for you. So in business writing can be defined anything that takes place in or at your workplace, or even for the workplace where you are, opposed to, like you said, ethos or personal writing, it fulfills the writer's need. So as you said, expressing your emotions that you do. So the style, the format, and the tone, and even some of the vocabulary can be similar, but what the difference too is just the intention and the composition would differ between the two. Good job. Thank you for putting yourself out there to answer the ethos. So where have you guys seen some type of business writing, and where have you used it? Since it's in a professional setting that you can see it, or they also say professional communication. Give me some examples you guys have seen it.
Can I answer?
Yes, ma'am.
I would say my teachers, like I guess sending an email to the principal or something within the school. I would consider that business writing because it's informational.
Right. You do have a club too that you've done, a student club too, right, Savon?
Yes.
Yep, they're true. And have you used that often, the business writing, since especially using it with your school club?
100%, especially if it has to do with funding and stuff, or putting up flyers and things. We have to send it through the principal so he can approve things. So there's definitely a different type of dialogue used to communicate with him.
Oh, definitely. So you actually have used business writing quite a bit then. Because it quite a bit. You guys have also too. So I'm gonna go through some more examples also where you guys will have an idea too. But I'm gonna give you an overview of what business writing is also. So let's see how this works. This should have
Samantha
played.
put in the chat advertising for a brand.
Right. I don't know why my link is not going. Usually it was playing earlier. Let me see. Let me see if it'll come up. Let me do this.
But we see it now, but we don't hear it. Can you reshare and share the sound?
Yeah. That's in, let's see. Let me go open
Yeah,
my
so you might have
settings.
to, yeah, if you click on more, it should say share computer sound at the top where you're sharing your screen.
Trying to get it to come up.
Or you can stop sharing and reshare, but like before you reshare, click on the little box that says share sound.
Okay, at the bottom. Thank you.
Sure.
Share screen. It's not showing it this time. Am I more? It's not even showing it. To share audio.
Well, so if you click on the green button, share screen, before you
Yep.
say yes to share screen, click on share sound.
I got it. Thank you.
Sure.
All right. Now it should have my original screen up, correct?
Yeah, it has the PowerPoint up.
Now let me.
You can also put the link in the chat. I don't mind sharing for you as well, if that's easier.
It might be right now. because I just had it working earlier. But I will.
No offense, but if
I was proud of myself. I even edited it to where it would start right where it was, embedding it. I learned something new how to do it and working with
I just heard sound for a second. You gotta stop.
I'll do that. Let me put it in the chat really quick. Chat. I'll put it in there, Miss Toya. Okay. There it is.
Okay, no problem. And then do you want to pause sharing and then I'll share my screen. There's a commercial running too.
I was so proud. I was like, I had it edited and everything.
Actually, let me.
Don't
This is
worry,
great.
it's tricky.
I see. Because I even previewed the whole thing. I'm like, oh, it's playing. I'm having problems. This is what works when you guys have, we talk about building teams in business. We have people to help you. in
Business
your
writing is any written communication
Sorry, can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
used in a professional setting, including emails, memos, and reports. It's direct, clear, and designed to be read easily. And with practice, you can become an effective business writer. So whenever you're writing a business document, get to the point quickly. Tell your readers what they need to know up front so they don't have to hunt for it. Make every sentence short and direct while keeping your paragraphs brief. Doing this will add focus while making your document easy to read and remember. Most business writing needs a call to action, which is information that instructs and encourages a response from your readers. It lets them know what they should do, where to go, and so on. In addition to being professional, keep your writing polite. Consider using a brief greeting or conclusion, and remember that offering courtesies like please and thank you go a long way. Revision is a key part of good writing, so after you finish your first draft, read it over and figure out what works and what doesn't. Clarify sentences, simplify word choices, and organize the structure until everything flows in a logical order. As part of your revision process, try reading your work aloud, or ask someone to give you feedback. Both of these methods can help you discover new perspectives and ideas. With so much to read and rewrite, don't be surprised if it takes a few revisions before your document is polished and ready to go. Remember, business writing is a skill that takes a lot of practice to develop, but as you improve, you will possess an incredibly valuable job skill.
Thank you very much, Ms. Toya. Now, to be in that overview, I'll give you guys some things that we're going to talk about and practice, even practice doing. So, does anyone know the purpose of business writing? Well, what you have in the purpose of business writing, there's three things. It's to inform, persuade, and to entertain. So to inform someone is basically you tell the truth about what's going on and the real facts, not opinions when you have it. So it's a notification. For example, you're a manager in a coffee shop and you need to tell your team about a new type of coffee bean that you're going to start to use. So you write an email detailing what the bean is, where it's from, and how different it is from the old one that you have. Because you probably have customers coming in and ask you different things. And this can just be any about your product or a service that you guys may be developing in your businesses that you guys already have. So just to share about the information so everyone knows what's going on. This actually improves communication between team members and both levels in management. But I like to say team members because you're all working together, and it doesn't ostracize anybody of being more authoritative or not. It means that you're all equal, even though you have different titles, but you are still working together for a common cause, and that is to serve the customer or serve the product that you guys are making or service that you are performing. The persuade aspect of it. Let's say we spoke about trying to convince your school of starting a recycling program. Or maybe something you did, Savon, when you were trying to start the club within your school that you may have to write a letter. You may have to write a purpose for why you want to do it. So if you're trying to start, let's say that, like I gave the example of the recycling program, you write a letter to the principal explaining why recycling is important and how it can benefit the school and what steps need to be taken. Similar to a club. In school, or even an election, you want to say why you want to do something, or why someone should buy your product, or why someone should utilize your service that you're going to have. So you're just not even taking action in this part of purpose in your business writing. You're trying to convince the reader to take action or agree with your point of view of how this can benefit them or improve their life, or actually in a sense of this will improve their team, but depending on your service. The last one that we talked in the entertaining aspect of it is, how does it give enjoyment to the person, to the reader that you have? So it's fiction because someone wrote this to be funny, because are leading statements that you can utilize to see the purpose of the writing for it. So for instance, with the entertainment aspect, we know the Tyler Perry movies, we know the character Medea. When she starts to talk about the Bible, reciting different scriptures in the Bible, it's not true what she's saying, but it's being comical, but she's trying to state a point in it, but just being comical and saying, I'm trying to entertain you. It gives you laughter. And as we say, laughter is the best medicine. It just makes you laugh. It makes you feel good. The person is enjoying watching what they're doing or in action what they're doing. So that's where their entertainment comes from. Even some novels or books that you read, they're trying to give that. Another example is, imagine you're writing a school newsletter and you want to write about a recent school fair. So you're going to make it fun, you're going to engaging, you want them to come out to it. The article is going to describe the events, the food. Everyone likes the food. That's one thing. Food will bring people at all times, in games. And then the overall atmosphere. How is it going to make them feel? How are we going to come together? Or even reading the experience if you do a book club. Also, you talk about it, but it may make you laugh and make you feel good about being at the fair. What things can you do to get them to have a good time, and how can you use precise wording to make them feel that? So in each of these cases, the style, the tone, and the content of your writing is going to change based on what your purpose is. And the three purposes, again, is to inform, persuade, and entertain. So informing is the straightforward and factual. The persuading involves like an argument in a sense, but it's a persuasion, more or less. It can be a debate in a sense, because you're trying to persuade which point of view are you trying to convey and get that person to move towards for. And of course, the entertaining, it focuses on engaging and just amusing the reader. So then you have the 4 different types of discourse. So we have instructional, we have some instructional examples. We have is the recipe, which of course we have our other course, summer course, we have the hospitality, and they also do some cooking and they have to follow the recipes. So in business, you're going to also have your manuals, employee handbook, how-to guides, and you guys have homework every day now, which school's almost over for you. Some of you may be happy with that, some might not. Then also, you're going to have your standard operating procedures, which every business has this. It tells you how to move, when to take, and what actions to move with instructional. Then you have your informational. And one thing to rhyme, to remember the instruction part of it, is when giving a direction, make it a clear selection. So again, a rhyme that you can use with instructional when giving a direction.
Missy. I'm sorry, do you mean to be sharing your screen? I messaged you directly, but I'm not sure if you saw it, and Savon asked the same thing.
It's not sharing?
No.
Oh, yeah. Oops, I apologize.
No problem.
That's okay.
Thank you. Whoops. You guys can't see it. Oh, let me go back then. Thank you for your patience also, everybody. I thought I clicked it. All right, now can you see it?
Yep, you're good.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
thank you very much. This is the one I spoke about, the entertain, for you guys. Put up some. Okay, so with the, well, I'm gonna go back to this one too, and the purpose. One thing that goes with this too, a way to remember purpose is is pie. So persuade, inform, and entertain. So remember what piece of the pie are you trying to do in your purpose in your writing? In this one. And I was doing the 4 types that we have here, giving you some examples. And even the informal one is a company report. You have articles, you have memos. A lot of times memos are used the most, especially in business or big companies. They're used quite a bit. You guys will see more informational when it comes from class syllabus that you have. And one way to remember for the informational for you is just the facts, no fiction. Make it an easy prediction. Again, with informational is just the facts, no fiction. Make it an easy prediction. It will help you remember the informational aspect of it, factual. Persuasive is similar to the purpose that we talked about with the type of different writing dialogues that you have in business writings for it. But one that you use in business a lot, you'll see a lot of commercials, the advertisements, your resume, and actually proposals. This is where the school club actually falls into the posters that you use. So when you're running for a certain position, you'll see some, especially when, I don't know if you guys have student senates inside your school systems, you will have to run for president, vice president, and you also have to run for a treasurer, different ones that you have within those. And persuasive, a rhyme that I use to remember persuasive as a type of it is to persuade and sway, choose words that will pay. So the paying aspect is, how can you have more clients? How can you sell more of your products? How are you swaying them to utilize this more when it's going to? So you're persuasive, to persuade and sway, choose words that will pay. And the last one is transactional, which you will see a lot of too when you're doing a lot of your business transactions. So to get paid, you need an invoice. You have to show them, you need an order form to order your products that you're going to have. And if you're going to do webinars, you're going to need registration forms for activities. So actually you can collect information. You get addresses, email addresses, how to contact them. You'll get phone numbers. You're actually performing a transaction with a lot of these, what you're doing. So for transaction, the rhyme I have for you is to transact and proceed, be clear and concise indeed. So for transactional is to transact and proceed, be clear and concise indeed. The 4 that you have. So are there any questions so far? I'm gonna go to each one individually, even more with you guys. Anybody have any questions so far? Oh. Is there anything in the chat, Miss Latoya? I can't see the chat right now.
Nope, not right now.
Okay, thank you very much. So for the business writing, the instructional, remember it's a step-by-step guide. It tells you how to do something like a recipe, as we said, or a manual. So think of the recipe and how you're trying to tell somebody to make it exactly how to make, let's say, your famous chocolate chip cookie. I love chocolate chip. They're actually my favorite cookie that I have. So the steps to take it, everyone can give directions differently. Even if we did an exercise, an activity where you say, sit here and tell me how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You take for granted the simple steps that actually people's perception and how to actually do things when given instructions. So you have to make sure, again, that your steps are clear and precise so that anyone can follow them and end up with a delicious cookie, and not just a kitchen disaster a lot of times, or something that you're not even wanting to eat. So what I'm gonna have you guys do, I'm gonna have you guys get into groups, and I want you guys to plan a cultural exchange day using instructional business writing. So you're gonna write a guide. It's quick. It doesn't have to be very detailed. It's I'll give you guys about 5 minutes. I want you to write a guide on how to plan a cultural exchange day at school. Include the steps on selecting the cultures you're going to explore, the type of activities, and how you're going to engage the students. Is that clear for you guys? I see some heads nodding.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So separate you guys into groups for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to share what you guys came up with for instructional writing. Example.
All right, I'll go ahead and set up those groups. Let's see, we have
Kind of wrote this. I just wrote this like it's a proposal. I gave us like a club name and stuff like that. So here's something quick. Good afternoon, student board. The S.O.A.R students Fly, Soar Above and Beyond Club would like to propose a cultural exchange day, which will include multiple activities such as food, hand games, or games that don't involve materials. We will also like to have a DJ up in a potluck style amongst different cultural groups with food. Students will be encouraged to wear their cultural garments. We would like to do this in the gym as it is spacious, and we will call each grade level down to divvy up the students effectively. Have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, good job. Very, very good. Facts, and you showed how you're going to do in the activities that you're going to have. And it was great how you said you're going to call them down to actually participate in the activity. Okay. The next group.
I think I misunderstood the assignment. I thought we're supposed to make like a poster for the cultural exchange day.
And instructions. Yeah. How would you plan the exchange day at school? Like any steps on selecting what you're going to explore, the cultures, the type of activities, and how to engage them. Just go ahead and let's see what you got.
Okay, I guess I'll do for my group. So was it supposed to be like a message to like the principal to get like an approval?
No, it's just that you're just writing a plan. How are you
Okay.
going to do a cultural exchange day at school?
So plan was after school around 3:15, all students that signed up the permission slip to go would get together in front of the schoolyard, and if they signed up for like a specific culture stand like Haitian, Chinese, Middle Eastern, they would like get to their stands and put up their stands, be it like for a musical introduction or a what's the name, dish, like a traditional dishes introduction, and take 20 minutes until they are ready to receive the students. The students that sign up the permission slip to to not participate but to enjoy the cultural exchange day would then enter at 3:40 and hand their permission slips to the authorized teachers and supervisors of the school and spend the next hour and a half going stand by stand and learning about the cultures.
Okay, that's good. You give instruction on what to do. They're meeting at 3:30. You're gonna have them at 3:40, going stand to stand and speaking with the different teachers. That's good. The instruction part of it. Good job, you guys. Thank you. So the next one, and let me share my screen, make sure I am sharing. Okay, you guys able to see the screen?
Yes.
yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The next one we have is the informational type of business writing. So just the facts on here, you're writing detailed topics like a news article or a report. So in a report, you make sure, like you're talking to a reporter, you're telling everyone about the new, let's say the new skate park that's opening up in town. So you're just going to do the facts, where it is, where it opens, what features it has. So there's no opinions. It's just what features it has, just useful information so people can decide if they want to come and, let's say, check out the new skate park. So you're, like I said, you're focusing on the deliverables and only objective. And our objective is just pinpoint, no opinions. As we said, when it opens, where it's at, and what features it has. You keep no opinions in there or persuasive elements. You're aiming to just to educate and inform on that. So like we said, some examples would be reports, memos, bulletins, and just factual summaries that sometimes you'll see at the end of chapters in your books that you have, or some articles. They're just giving you that information, and with your businesses, it'd be a business analysis. When you're actually writing that for your business is another example of what you guys will have and how you'll utilize and write it. So the next activity you guys are going to do is going to be an example of the business informational writing. You're going to do a review of a school play. You're going to focus on just providing the factual details, no opinions. You're going to talk about the plot, the performance, and an overall experience, again, without opinions. You guys clear on that? Don't see any hands. I don't see anything in the chat for you guys. So just the facts, information about it. You're going to talk about the plot, the performance, and the overall experience without personal opinions that you guys are observing of a school play, or you can talk about maybe a play that you've watched. Okay, thanks, Nina. Thanks for the thumbs up. All right, and you guys will be split into different breakout groups. I guess I wanted to ask Ms. Toya. Oh, is it okay to call you Ms. Toya? I always take off your last
That's fine.
I was like, let me be
That's
respectful.
fine.
I don't know, how do you keep them in, like you choose the same ones? Because you asked me to change it up or leave it the same, you had asked me.
Yeah, so I did change them. And so what I do is when I click on breakout rooms,
Mm-hmm.
if you hover over their names, it
Mhm.
allows you to, like, prior to setting up the rooms, you won't see it now, but or
Okay.
not setting it up, but prior to opening the rooms, it'll show you the last way the breakout rooms were. And then when I
Okay, everyone. Let's see how are you split up. Who would like to go first? Go ahead, Nina. Thank you for raising your hand.
Okay, so I chose the play Romeo and Juliet. So the play
Okay.
Romeo and Juliet will take place in the auditorium at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare early in his career about the romance between two Italian youths from feuding families. It was among Shakespeare's most popular plays during his lifetime. And that's where I stopped.
All right. And what was the overall experience of viewing the play?
To witness a tragic love story between two young people.
Okay. Very good. That was very good. You didn't give an opinion. You just gave facts on it. Very good. Thank you, Nina. All right, Shania.
I was about to say the same thing, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Room 2. You had Athos, Safan, and Winifred.
I had the writing for it, but we all added to everything.
Okay.
So the Hamilton School play took place in Woodbridge High School on Saturday, May 18th. It included proper uniforms of the people within it, such as Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, etc. In contrast to how professional actors played the musical, the student actors used their normal voices. John Hutchinson Sr. played the lead male Hamilton. Overall, the play included majority of the information of Hamilton. of the Hamilton play, and it had a similar structure to the original Hamilton.
All right, thank you. And what was the overall experience?
Athos, because you know the plot. Could you say the overall?
Okay.
Wait, like the audience experience or like the play?
But it's not opinionated, so just like
Oh, yeah. So it takes place during and post the American Revolution, and it's like more involved on how the characters' personal lives were affected by it.
Okay. All
I
right.
forgot about that fact. My fault.
No, that's fine. You guys are doing great. You did great with the first two types of business writing. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to talk about the other two types of business writing. So you guys are free to come back at 7:30 your time. All right, about 1 more minute, we're gonna get restarted back. Okay. All right, the next business writing that we have is a persuasive for you guys. And this is what we talked about a lot, is the convince me, what we were speaking about. How are you going to convince the reader to believe or do something like an advertisement or a debate piece that we have with you? So a lot of things that you can do, like we said in school, is like your election. Before that, when you're, like I said, running for president, you're trying to convince and adopt a particular viewpoint, especially if you guys have some debate teams. I don't know if you guys do. When it comes to business that you guys are going to use is proposals, something that you mentioned earlier, Taban. You're going to have your marketing. You're going to have some marketing materials. How are you going to get them to do? How are you going to convince somebody to hear you and talk about your idea? Why you're the best choice, and that why someone in school should follow you, or you're the better off choice for them to follow. It could be some advocacy pieces also. But you guys to move to, you actually appeal to the reader's emotions aspect of it, or an ethical beliefs, especially when it comes to any debating. So in the activity, what some of you may already have experience with, if not, you're going to have it today, learning persuasive. But you guys have fun and be creative too when you're going to pitch a new school club. So you're going to develop a persuasive pitch, like a young entrepreneurship club. Since you guys are all doing business entrepreneurship, focus on why you want to convince the others to join it and how it can be beneficial and exciting. You guys clear on this one? On the directions? Thumbs up? Or thumbs up or head nod?
Just a question.
Sure.
So we're supposed to convince the principal to allow to create such a club, or
You're
like trying to convince people to enter the club?
people. You're going to convince students why they should join the Young Entrepreneurs Club. Why is it appealing and beneficial and exciting to join your club? Is what you're going to focus on. You're going to persuade them. That's what you're going to write. So it's like a pitch that you're going to have. Does that answer you, Athos?
That does. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. This will give you guys about 5 minutes to do this too. Okay, welcome back from your roots. Who wants to be speaker? Speaker number one of the group you guys did. Go ahead, Shania.
We talked about how we was going to persuade students to join the Young Entrepreneur Club by giving them tips about, how to run a very successful business, and about like how to bring people who actually had successful businesses for a long time. They can tell the young entrepreneurs about how to run a successful business.
Can I just add to what Shania said?
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yep.
want to also just to like piggyback off of what she said, that not only were we going to bring in or do workshops surrounding those with successful businesses, but especially those that are young who have had successful businesses, just so that you know that it's not about your age, it's about your passion and being surrounded by those who have the same passion for a certain thing, just like S.O.A.R. That would be an example of a group of us to come in and talk about our experiences and stuff like that. And we were also just going to tell them that you're only young once, there's no going back. So, you should always take, like Shania said, those tips and tricks to help you as of right now.
Very true. You're always young. When you're young, you want to be an adult. When you're adult, you want to go back younger so you don't have all responsibilities and things you got to do as an adult. So very true. Very true. All right, great. Shania, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Winifred. I see your hand.
We also talk about like many skills that you could have that help you open opportunities that will create like a career path for you. So we could also use as people who are struggling to don't know what their job is going to be later in the future. That by learning or going through this club, you may be able to have ideas.
That is very good. Very good job. You guys did a good job. You actually cover a lot of aspects and bringing in people to come speak to add validation and edifying what it's like to be an entrepreneur and how it can benefit you also. Very good. All right, next group. Winifred, did you have another question or your hand was still up from before? Oh, it's down now. Okay. All right, the next group. All right, go ahead, Joel. I saw you on mute.
All right, so I'm gonna start. So have you ever thought about joining a business club? Well, you should join this business club because we could help you start your own business, or if you already have a business, take it to the next level. We will be like we will be promoting we will provide a lot of students with opportunity to experience real world business scenarios and go into depth of not just like one-sided business of things, but more in depth. And yeah, we're just let me see. We'll also provide professional. Hold on, my phone.
No,
We'll
go ahead.
provide-
Take your time. Take your time.
We will provide products and services and help build you as a professional in the workforce by helping you build communication skills and professional skills.
Okay, and doing those, did anybody else want to add to it? That was in your group?
I just want to add, can I add something?
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to add that the Young Entrepreneur Club is also an opportunity for anyone who wants to make their money to know how to properly do it and set themselves up for success, so they're doing something for a part-time job during school or during summer break. It's a nice way to basically get a cheat code and get ahead of everybody else your age.
Very good, very good. Cheat code to get ahead of everybody else. All right, so when doing that too, what kind of in an asset I'm great how you started off doing like a pitch. That was good. just showing a pitch as you're speaking to your audience. When it comes with the feeling aspect of it, Athos, but what feeling could you give them on the communication aspect and how it can be beneficial?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, with the feelings, using emotions. You mentioned communication. You can help them with that professional communication. You can give them the skills. What skills could you give them with communication?
With communication?
Yes.
Like how to communicate with the person I wants to learn, or skills that can be learned from business communication.
The second option, the business communication.
Right. So by learning how to communicate in your business, you could feel more secure in trying to secure deals with other businessmen and to not business people, and to not feel embarrassed or to not lose an opportunity that you could never see again. It's about not putting everybody else on a pedestal and seeing yourself as somebody worthy enough to, earn the things that you want to earn through your business. You could learn how to talk to people that you see as superior to you, talk to who you see as inferior to you, and how to manage your business at all levels.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Very good on the persuasive one. Now we're going to look at transactional business writing. This is where it comes in. It comes in with you guys when you actually have your contracts. You're being clear on what you have. So when you're communicating, also as you spoke with communication at those, it's your email, it's your letters, it's your order forms on it, it's your invoices, and also your business agreement. So how are you doing? So it's like, let's make a deal. So writing used in everyday transactions, and you're focusing on exchanging information clearly and efficiently. So you're making sure you have everything what you need, especially in your invoices and your contracts, because that's going to actually bind you to keep your word and actually charge what you said you're going to charge for your business or your service that you guys are having right now. So in the next activity is what I'm going to ask you guys in your breakout groups again. You're going to write a transactional message inviting students and teachers to a school event, like a talent show. It includes the essential details: the date, the time, and how to participate, the cost of the ticket, and how to buy the ticket. So details, for instance, date, time, and how to participate or buy the tickets using transactional writing, inviting the students or teachers to a school event. And we can use a talent show if that's an easy topic for you guys. You guys are good on the instructions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Oops.
Missy, you're muted.
Thank you very much, Athos. I appreciate it. I said, how did your transactional writing go and planning your talent show?
I think it was good.
I think it went very well.
Okay. Who wants to speak on behalf of the group?
Shana, can I go?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, you can go.
All right. It's because I already got it written down, so I didn't want like somebody to stumble or something. All right. Hello, and to all, right. Hello, and to all students who may concern, the Student School Board would like to ask all of you to head to the main office after school to receive your talent show tickets and bring over the money at the same time the following day. The ticket will permit you to attend the talent show next Monday from the beginning of the school day to the end of the school day, taking place in the auditorium. The tickets will cost $15 each. If you wish to take part of the talent show, please talk to your grade corresponding vice principal and describe what you wish to do, and they will shoot you an email the following day to confirm whether or not you will be able to take part in it.
And what time was it? If you said it, I didn't hear you. What time was the talent show?
Oh, okay. The ticket will permit you to attend the talent show next Monday from the beginning of the school day to the end. So from period 1 to whatever the last period is.
Okay, gotcha. All right, good job. All right, speaker of the next group.
Well, we wrote like something down, but if anybody wants to add after I read it, it's fine. So I put hello students and teachers is the format of it is kind of like an announcement. We're doing a school announcement.
Okay.
And then also kind of like a post, and there's a link that'll be applied for the students. We use Canvas. I don't know what other people use. Hello students and teachers. There will be a talent show taking place in Edison High School, dubbed the Big Four, Tuesday, June 20th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Click a link on your Canvas pages that will send you to a Google form to sign up for it or be an audience member. It will be $5 for entrance, and all the proceeds will go towards whichever grade level wins. The event will take place in the gym, and teachers can park in the gym parking lot as well as students. Have a great day.
Oh, very good, very good. Did anybody want to add anything? All right, guys are very good with that. The transactional, I think transactional is probably my favorite because I payment and receiving payment for my invoices, not me paying out when it comes to being entrepreneur, because we have so many things we have to pay for. But we look at it in a part, what I keep the abundance mindset, what I always keep of that. The more I give, the more I'm going to receive back. So the next task I have you guys, since you have experience, you did a great job with all different 4. I want you actually to put all 4 together. And this one, what you guys are going to do, you're going to combine all 4 together and planning a field trip, what you're going to do. So you're going to organize a school trip to a museum or historical site. You're going to have the instructions on how the students are going to prepare, the informational details about the destination, persuasive aspect, reasons why the trip is educational, and why they're going to enjoy it, that part, the emotion part in there. And the transactional aspect is the permission slips or payment details. So instructions on how the students are going to prepare, their informational aspect, details about the destination, persuasive, reasons why they should come, why it's educational and why they're going to enjoy it. And then transactional is your permission slips or payment details. Go ahead, Ethos, I see your hand raised.
I wanted to ask who we're writing this to. The
Parents.
Students? Parents.
Mm-hmm. Students.
So it's like
students,
a permission
parents.
slip?
Right. But it's organizing the trip. Basically, the details are working on what they're going to need to know using all 4 different types of business writing. Any other questions before you guys go into your groups?
Yeah, actually.
Go ahead.
So the difference between the instructional and the transactional is that like instructional is going to be what we want them to do, and transactional is going to be like about the money. Because to me, they sound very similar. Like you're telling them what to do.
The instructional more is action. Think of action. What action do you want them to do? Is the instructional piece of it. So it'll be where to meet, what should they bring, how should they dress, to give you some examples. The transaction is just going to be signing up a permission, any transaction that's taking place. So payment, permission slip, that type of differentiate between the 2. Does that help you?
Oh, yeah, I think so. So it could be something like, please hand over what X amount of money to your homeroom teacher, right?
Correct. Right. Because they're going to give it to their teacher. So that's a transaction. I'm giving something for me. I'm giving it to somebody else is what I'm doing.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It just focuses on, it's an exchange between an individual, between 2 individuals, or an individual and an entity. So that's a transaction, the exchange of it. Does that help clarify more?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Anybody else? All right, you guys have about 5 minutes to do this also.
I saw some surprises, Miss C, when you announced the 5 minutes.
Oh,
I just wanted to make sure before we go in, does anyone feel like they might need more time? Because I can set the timer up, maybe 2 more, maybe 7 minutes, Missy. How do you feel about that?
That's fine.
Is that
7
okay?
is fine. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you. And don't overthink it, you guys. Have fun doing it. Just don't overthink it. Okay, how'd you guys do on your field trip planning?
Kind of got cut off short, not gonna lie.
You said you got cut off short.
Yeah, like we were in the middle of adding the last persuasive bit and then boom, room ended.
That's not a problem. Go ahead and tell me what you have. And you just ad lib, or Winifred can ask you chime in and help too while you're giving the first part.
Yeah, sure. Winifred, can you like add your bit after I'm done so like, we're not interrupting each other?
Um,
You're muted.
Oh, I think you're gonna go first. Then I add what I need to add. No?
Sure.
Yes. Go
All right.
ahead, Ed.
Dear parents and students, this email regards a Newark Museum school trip. The cost of the tickets to the trip will be $5, which will be handed to the supervising history teachers during a head count before everyone sets off for the trip at the beginning of the school period. The students will observe classical pieces of art and learn the artists and the inspiration for the displayed pieces. Students, please bring your own lunches to the trip, as there won't be any food distribution during the trip. The supervising teachers will separate all students into groups of 3 to allow the students to freely roam the museum. Additionally, they will not need to bring their book bags to the school trip as it will take the entire day. This trip will allow students to more deeply understand the old European arts and use it to their advantage for the finals that will be taken at the end of the school year. Special needs students will also be able to participate in the trip, and then I got cut off short.
Also, the last part we're gonna talk about the persuasive part. It was gonna be especially students who are artists should really come to this trip as to learn more about different art styles or different ways you could display your emotion through arts and actually be able to give you like a way of what kind of like feeling you need for art, and it will also help you based on this trip, especially if you're trying to sell your art, that type of thing. What kind of are people looking for? What kind of ways are they looking for you to sell this?
Missy, you're muted again.
Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So how much was the cost and where were they taking the
Almost $5.
permission slips?
I
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
It was $5 at North Museum.
Okay. And where were they giving the permission slips?
To the teachers.
Okay. Day before? By the day before deadline?
No, during head count.
The day before, so they would have a head count.
Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. Good job, you two. All right. Next group.
I still have the writing, but they'll add as well.
Okay.
So this one is also like an announcement. Hello, seniors. Do you want to take a trip down history lane that will include a tour of the Museum of Natural History? We will be in the Big Apple, New York City for this trip. Not only will it provide a viewing of historic animals and sights to see, but also a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You're also able to be a part of an internship, which counts as volunteer hours. To apply, reach out to your homeroom teachers, and they will provide a permission slip due May 20th. Your parent's signature is needed along with payment of $10. Make sure to wear casual clothing as it will be hot, and bring water. Have a great day.
Joel or Samantha, did you want to add anything? Go ahead, Joel. I see you unmuted.
And for why it would be persuasive, I mean, informational is it would range from over 80 million items within botany, entomology, mineralogy, and zoology, if that's any of your interest, and it would be on display.
Very good. Very good. I liked how you added in the volunteer hours. And then for the first group, I like how you included any students who have any challenges, any disability challenge. That was great and very creative for that. Anybody want to add anything else?
There was one more group this time, Miss C. There were 3 groups this time.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Professor C, I was gonna say that me and Nina, we was in the breakout room
Okay.
and she was saying something, but I couldn't hear her at all. And I'm thinking maybe like the breakout session, I think it wasn't connected or something. I don't know, but I couldn't hear anything she said.
Yeah, but I wrote something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this year we will be going on a class trip to the Metropolitan Museum in New York City on May 15th. We will leave the school at 8 and be back before 2:45. Permission slips will be handed out and must be returned to teachers by May 12th. In order to go, you must have a parent signature, $12, and elegant attire. We will experience a day full of many activities, such as walking through Central Park and looking at over 5,000 years of art from around the world for everyone to experience and enjoy.
You guys did a good job with your creativity with that. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, and did you say how much? I'm sorry if you did.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so overall, what did you guys think about the writings, the different type of writings? How are you guys feeling about knowing that knowledge? Different type of business writing. Is it helpful? You come off mute, you guys can.
Yes.
Joe, we're gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it kind of like gets you thinking a little bit more and kind of help you craft a more like you know, professional source of writing depending on event and occasion.
Very good. Very good. Now what I want to do, you guys, I want to do a review with you guys for the probably about 10 minutes. So then you guys will be able to do your surveys and the Mentimeter at the end. So just give me 1 second. Close this. And the communications that you guys have also. How much email do you guys use, or you use a different form? You guys can come off of mute.
I was gonna say, I definitely use a lot more emails. I think the format is just better with the like subject, and then you can add other people to it as well. If they're like for my club, it would be advisors who should also be given the information that I'm providing the principal. So yeah, I definitely think email is a good way, and it also just keeps track of things a lot more organized. So I can like search up the name and stuff like that.
Now, speaking of the emails, what is one thing when you're actually using email? What do you think is one thing that lacks that can be misconstrued when you use emails?
I'm not really sure I have anything I feel like could be seen as wrong in the email or like not the right thing. I think maybe if you don't say it properly, maybe the tone of how you're trying to state something could come off wrong. That could be something.
Very good. Nina?
I was saying like if you're trying to send an email and you type in someone's name, but another email pops up, but you think it's that email, and you send the wrong information to another person.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I sent it to the wrong email to the wrong person actually. But yes, very good. Now, what I want to do, what did you guys before? Basically, we're going to do a business writing battle. What we're gonna do. So, what teams you guys are gonna have? I'm gonna have you as Savan, Shania, Winifred on the team, and then I'm gonna have Joel, Athos, Nina, and Samantha on a team. And it's gonna be Jeopardy before. But one thing I will do Final Jeopardy different. I will have you guys do your wager. No, I'm not yet. I'm about to share my screen. Thank you very much. I love you guys helping me with that. Thank you very much.
Just asking out of curiosity. Both of you didn't
No,
mind
it's
me asking.
fine. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, teamwork. You guys are helping me. I love the teamwork. You guys are helping me stay on
Teamwork
point
makes
with
the
it.
dream work.
You're right. Absolutely right. All right, you guys able to see the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Nope.
Okay. Did it come up now?
Yep, now I see it.
Okay, all right. So you have Savon, Shania, Winifred. You have Joel, Athos, Nina, and Sermenza. Heads or tails, Shania?
I'm thinking maybe heads.
All right, yep. It was heads. All right. Which category would you like to begin with? You guys speak as a team where you're doing it too.
I'm thinking as just the facts 200.
Rest of your team
Okay.
members good with that?
That's fine. Winifred.
All right. All right. So you said just the facts for 200?
Yep.
All right. Which document is an example of informational writing? A sales pitch or a company report?
A company report. What do you guys think?
A company report.
I think, yeah, I agree. A company report. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. Final answer? Yep. A company report. So you guys get the 200. All right. You got Joel, Athos, Nina, and Sermenza. What category is like to choose? Who would like to go?
We could probably do mixer match for. Do we pick the amount or
Yep. Which amount would you like? 100, 200, 300, 4, or 5?
500?
All right. Okay. The rest of the team members good with it?
Yeah.
Go for the big one, high those. All right. A form requesting a field trip permission slip signed by a parent. What type is it? What
Is
type
it
of
like
business
multiple
writing?
choice?
No. What type of business writing is it?
I'm thinking
Uh,
instructional.
Can we
You guys
still,
agree? We
yeah.
all have final answer instructional?
can we still points if you don't mind?
I didn't hear you, Winifred. I'm sorry.
I said can we still points if you don't mind?
Not right now, no. I'm gonna keep it easy as possible.
There's no buzzer. What do you mean still points?
Well, she's saying still like a Family Feud.
No, okay.
It's transactional.
I
So
was
you
gonna
guys would be and it's
Whatever,
between the
bro.
two. It's no problem. All right. All right. Savon, your team. What you guys want to go next?
Do we gonna go bigger than what we did before? Maybe
Yeah.
convince me. No deal, something like that.
Convince me for what amount?
Do we want to do 400?
400.
She say 400?
Yeah, I think she said 400.
All right. So convince me for 400. All right. Give an example of a persuasive writing you might see at school and business.
See at like a flyer, I guess.
Yes, a school flyer. Yeah, I see that a lot. Or like
Okay.
posters.
Yeah, posters.
Okay. Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Do you guys agree?
Do we agree?
Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
do.
The flyer poster. It's very persuasive.
Okay.
That's like on the answers here. What it is, it gives it can be, it'll vary. It's just what I put there and the other things you guys learn. So I'm just seeing what you guys take away from it. So you guys have it. Good job. All right. We have Joel, Athos, Nina, and Sermenza. What would you like to do?
Just the facts for 300.
I don't know, man. We need to get out of debt. You sure you want to do 300? Let's go big or go home. Not gonna lie.
Go big or go home.
500 for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
500 on which one? Just the facts? Which category?
Just the facts?
Okay. List 2 features that are key to good informational writing.
Short and to the point. What do you guys think?
Details.
Yes, like short details, I guess, because
Okay.
we don't want
Final
to
answer?
like prolong it.
I
Facts,
understand.
organization.
What'd you say, Joel? I'm sorry.
I would say like facts and organization.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So like that goes information hand to hand.
Mm-hmm. All right. So accuracy and objectivity, but also those things you said too. You're absolutely correct. The facts that come with it, and all the things you guys mentioned. Good job. All right. We got Savon, Shania, and Winifred.
Do we want to?
I think we should do, let's try something a little different. We're gonna do mix or match for 300.
Okay.
Do you guys
All right.
agree?
Right. A flyer promoting a new student-led initiative to reduce waste.
And we're picking which kind of writing?
Correct.
That's.
Pick a poster?
It could be information or it could be persuasive.
Say one more time. You said it could be what? It went out a little bit. I'm sorry.
Saying it'd be, I'm talking to like the group. It could be informational or persuasive.
Yeah, it could be either one, or a bit of both too.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say persuasive and why do you say informational?
Well, you're not litter, I guess, and reduce the waste. So you're telling them by using a flyer, whatever the flyer will state, it's gonna promote them to not do it. So I would assume you're persuading them.
Okay. And someone else was speaking. I didn't see who it was. Winifred.
Because mostly flyers trying to give you information on why you should reduce the waste. It's not really persuading you to reduce the waste itself. It's mostly promoting the flyers.
So I think informational then?
Yeah, I agree with her. It's gonna be informational.
Okay.
Last answer is informational.
Yep.
Okay. Persuasive. But that was good with both of you. But the thing was, it's promoting the student-led initiative to reduce it. Why do it? So you're trying to persuade them to reduce it. Why is it good to do that? But very good points in the reasoning to pick which one.
Missy, I have a question.
Sir, go ahead.
So both persuasive and instructional can have call to actions.
They can be very similar, but it's because you're trying to promote the initiative of why you want to reduce waste. That's the difference between them. The persuasion. You want them to, it's student-led. Why should you do that? But it has informational aspects to it. So it has both in it, but the keyword was promoting it, the student-led and reducing the waste. Why reduce the waste?
Right. So persuasive answers a why and instructional answers a how, right?
Right. Persuading, you're going to the action. What do you want them to do? Why should you're right. Why should they pick it? But you can do the how can answer that too, but it's more of how I'm going to get you to do something that I would like you to do what I want you to do. Why buy my service? Why use my product? How can it benefit? So it answers how too, but that's the difference between them. Does that help you?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. We have about 5 more minutes. So I'm gonna give you guys one more of each. What would you guys like? You want to do the final Jeopardy?
Yes.
You want the 100 or 200 for final Jeopardy? The final pitch. Which one you want?
200.
Okay, we'll do 2. Oh, wait, let me do this.
It's multiple answers.
Wait, how much do you want to wager? That's what I forgot to do last time. How much you guys want to wager?
1,000.
Okay, and
Wait.
your team too, right, Joel? I'm sorry, Ethos. I apologize.
That's all right. But like, it's supposed to be a team decision, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I just remember I'm saying whose team is which. That's how I'm doing it.
Oh, okay.
So Athos, the team Athos is on. You guys okay with 1,000 wager?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Savant, Shania, Winifred, what is your wager for final? You guys had a glimpse of the final question, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I think my team should do final pitch for 200.
She's saying, like, what's the wager? Like, what are we gonna, I guess, give them wise? Like 500 or like 1,000, whatever number they should get in points so that they'll win regardless.
I think it should be like 5,000.
Let's just do
It's
the
for your
same.
team, right? You can
Yeah,
wager like
I think it's
Final
5.
Jeopardy.
It should be 5,000 for my team. I know it's
Nah,
a lot, but yeah.
Do you guys agree?
It's
I
fine.
sound like a bit like an overachiever.
Hey, why not? It's up to you. All right, here's a question. What type of mindset is encouraged? This is gonna come with a video. So what type of mindset is being encouraged? What type of purpose is the business writing is displaying? And then what type of business writing is it? So purpose, remember purpose was pie. I'll help you out. Purpose is pie. And then the type of business writing is the 4 that we've been working on. And I threw in the mindset from the previous class you guys had. So I did a throwback with you. So I'm gonna play the video.
Let me see. What's the I in pie?
Informational,
Information. Okay.
formative.
The Chihuahua. Okay. Look, guys, the book of life, it holds everyone's story, but the pages on Manolo's life, they're blank. You didn't live the life that was written for you. You are writing your own story.
When we do it again?
Yes, please.
This is the Cave of Souls?
Grandpa, show some respect.
Not doing it the right way. Sorry about that. It's doing the whole clip on you guys. Not supposed to do that.
The Chihuahua. Okay. Look, guys, the book of life, it holds everyone's story, but the pages on Manolo's life, they're blank. You didn't live the life that was written for you. You are writing your own story.
Need the questions again?
Yes, please.
Where'd it go? 1 second. What type of mindset's the first one is being encouraged?
Growth mindset.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Siobhan.
Oh, I thought you were answering them.
Not yet.
That's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
All
That's
right.
fine.
All right. The purpose business writing, which one is it? And then what type of business writing is 3? Miss Latoya, can you throw them into a breakout room just like for 1 minute and then they can decide the 3? It was Savannah, Shania, and Winifred, and then the others were in the other one. Please.
That was not a movie.
Okay. All right. Group with Savon, Shania, and Winifred. What did you guys come up with?
We
So
came up with, sorry about that. We had came up, I don't remember the first answer for the first question, but I do remember, like, for the last two questions, it was informative and informational, but I don't remember what answer we had for the first question.
Growth.
growth mindset, Winifred was saying it's growth mindset is the first
Yeah,
one.
I forgot.
Not a problem. All right. And Athos, your group?
Okay, we'll go back to the first question at the end. So for the second question, for the pie, we chose informative. And for the third question, we chose instructional. Now for one mindset, we were thinking trailblazer, right? Like you make your own, so you know, make your own path. So more of like you write your own narrative. That's more proprietary, you know. So trailblazer.
So you had growth and you had fixed. I'll take your
Oh,
definition.
it gave
What would
us
you
two
have for the other two?
choices?
Those are the mindsets from the first class. First class I had with you guys. It was either growth or fixed.
Oh, okay. Then it's growth.
And tell me
Right,
your answer.
guys?
Go ahead. And tell me the answer that you had for the other two again.
So it goes growth, informative, and instructional.
Instructional. Now let me get my screen. Growth is correct. And it had this question, it had multiple ones in it that you guys are choosing and what it actually is giving. As soon as I find it, I lost my screen went black, so I do apologize, you guys. Right now. You want it cleared you guys' thing out. Well, I will say with both of you, the growth is correct with it. Now, are you able to see my screen yet or no? It's taking a little bit.
No.
No, not yet.
On my side, it's taking a little bit. Come on. You see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Before that. Now you both had informative on there. Persuasive, the aspect was to write your own life. The instructional part was the book life. They said it's like a manual. So you had the instructional part right for the growth in Athos, but you guys the informative aspect. Neither one of you chose persuasive, but tell me why you chose the informative. You both chose that.
I
Joel, do you want to go?
think it was kind of like informative, like kind of helpful or something. I'm not sure how to put it.
Someone want to help?
I'll help.
Go ahead.
I'll say that he was kind of just teaching them about the fact that the book was blank. Like he wasn't telling them to really do anything with the book. I felt like he was just showing them like and providing information on how, since this book is blank, you'll be able to write your own path pretty much. That's what I felt like it was telling you. Like he wasn't really persuading them to do it. I think he was just telling them that they are going to be able to. So that's why I felt like it was more informational.
Fair. Okay, and real quick, Athos group, so I can get you guys getting the Mitzi meter and the survey going. Joel?
Pretty much the same thing Savon said. Like he was pretty much telling them That's why we thought it was informative.
And
Yeah,
the
it
part
wasn't
that,
like bias or anything.
gotcha, the part what came in the persuasive aspect, and you're right, because I wanted to see which aspect, it combined all the elements, but I wanted to see which ones you guys would pick out. And the persuasive came in when he was telling him that the pages were blank and he can write. He's not going at the life that he planned, he can make his own. So he's persuading him to make his own life going forward. That was the persuasive part, trying to encourage him with that growth mindset before that. But thank you guys, and I hope that helped you guys doing this. And you guys got your 5,000 that you chose, Shania. You got your 5,000. You guys both got your points on there. So, and then Miss Latoya has put in their Mentimeter. So go ahead and do the Mentimeter and the survey. And thank you guys for allowing me to go over a couple minutes more. I appreciate your time that you guys are spending also.
Should have gone for 10,000.
See, it wasn't so
So-
bad. It wasn't so bad having multiple answers now, was it?
Sorry, guys. It kind of started without me. I don't know. I didn't even press enter. I don't see you all in there, so try to get in there if you can.
Some Jeopardy conclusion music, huh?
Hopefully it's not too loud.
Let's do it.
Which type of business writing would be best for creating a company annual report?
I never really had music. I never heard it.
I turn it on sometimes. All right, informational. Which writing style would you use to convince someone? I think because the check mark is green, it's not showing, but that is correct.
It's blending in.
Right. All right, we got some movement on the board.
Close.
What type of writing is primarily used in creating contracts and formal agreements? All right, transactional. Last question. Choose the correct example that matches persuasive writing. All right, unanimous. Good job. Who is our first place winner?
91, Fred.
Congrats, Winifred.
Congratulations.
All right. Well, thank you all for participating in that. I am going to share our survey link. Please complete that, and then we will wish you adieu. We do have class on Thursday right here, same place, same time, and that's going to be with Miss McCamery, Miss Rosie, on resume building. So your resume is a part of your project, your final project. Everyone will submit a resume, despite whether you're doing a business plan or the mock interview. Everyone will have a resume as their project. So it's going to be a very important class. So be on time, be ready to learn, just like you all were here tonight. You all were phenomenal. Thank you all for your participation and engagement. So go ahead and fill out the survey, and you are welcome to go once you are done. Thank you for staying a little bit over time and having some fun with us with that Jeopardy game. Thanks, Nina.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Yvonne.
See you.
Have a good
Thank you.
night. See you Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Toy. Thank you, Missy. Have a good
You're
night.
welcome.
No problem,
Thank you.
Joelle. Thank you for being here. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too.